ago, in the castle of a kingdom called Daventry.
Hope Serba shows up. Because I don't know what I'm doing.
Alexander, here you are. Oh, you're still not thinking about Cosima, are you?
I suppose I am.
Son, it's been months. You've got to pull yourself together. After all, you only met her that once.
I know.
Have you discovered anything about the land of the Green Isles?
No. No one's even heard of it. It's like she's just vanished.
I wish I could help. Please try to think about something else, dear.
I'll try, Mother.
Oddly don't remember any of this.
Alexander, I feel so alone. I don't know what to do. Alexander, I wish you were here.
I feel the need.
Cosima! Wait! Mother!
Make it so
Mother,
hard to hear
come
the game when you
quick.
do that.
Alexander, what on earth?
I know how much you care, though.
You're white as a ghost.
Mother, I saw Cosima. She was in the mirror.
In the mirror? The magic mirror?
Yes! And it showed me how to find her.
How?
The stars! I saw the stars outside her window. I can navigate by the stars.
Oh, Alexander, if you really go...
It will be all right, Mother. I promise.
Wow. Erica, how many raviolis do you have? I wish I knew that answer, actually. I think it's because they left the blinds open. Or because I'm a fucking angel. Need jelly? Oh, Jesus. I need to know what game you're gonna pick.
Long months, Prince Alexander sailed the known seas and beyond.
Top notch. Tell you what though, Ice, this it doesn't drop frames, I'll tell you that much.
Land ho! Land ho! Land ho!
As the ship nears the
Which
shore,
ones do you have in mind?
day turns to night, and the
They're
sea
gonna make me spend
turns
money, I need to know
violent.
about it. I'll turn it up in a second.
Alexander awakens to find himself on an unfamiliar beach. For a moment, he is too dazed to remember how he got here. Then, he does remember. The
How's that?
shipwreck. The sea. Just as he had seen his men safely into the lifeboats, a
But
gigantic wave picked him up and tossed him overboard into the churning sea. That was the last he'd seen of his crew. Debris from the shipwreck is scattered along the shore, but of the lifeboats and his men, there is thankfully no trace. He can only hope and pray that the lifeboats survived the currents, and that his men made their way safely back to Daventry.
I don't feel like that happened.
Alexander picks up his royal insignia ring from the beach. Alexander's ring.
Oh, alright. I mean, any one of those could be an option. Not opposed to any of them. Which Simpsons game, though? Because if it's like the one for Super Nintendo, your truck with power. Oof. Okay.
Good day.
Good day, merchant. Can you tell me what land this is?
By the moon's light, what a question. You must have been out too long in the sun, or perhaps knocked your head upon a rock.
No. Well, perhaps. I was in a shipwreck, you see. My crew and I were trying to reach the land of the Green Isles. I think, well, at least I hope, my men got away safely in the lifeboats.
They're all dead.
But I myself appear to be rather stuck here.
Ah, I see. You must pardon my incredulity, but it has been so long since we have had a foreign visitor. You
Incredulity?
wrecked your ship, young traveler, due to the currents and reefs around the islands. If your crew was wise enough to steer clear of the isles and head home, they should be fine. In any case, you have met your objective, however bumpy the journey.
You mean, this is the land of the Green Isles? Oh, thank the heavens.
Ooh.
I had followed the stars, you see, and I thought I was close, but...
The stars? You must be quite a sailor. But what is the purpose of your visit?
I come for... Well, I mean,
You said that
hope to
original
see-
Metal Gear Solid's on
I
Steam,
met
right?
some time ago.
Say no more. You are smitten with a maiden, are you not? What other than love could so confuse a man's tongue?
I'm afraid so. It is Princess Cassima.
By the desert sands, when you fall in love, you do not mess around, do you?
Is she here?
This is the Isle of the Crown, young man. The castle of the Crown stands on the hill. If it is Cassima you seek, that is where to look.
The Castle of the Crown. Thank you, merchant.
And good luck to you, lad. You shall need it.
I'm sure there's some way to play it on PC. That's all I really care about.
Hello. I will be right up. Now, what can I
I
do
remember
for
that
you?
guy. Seems like a bad time. But he's got the twinkly eye, I think.
Good day, sir. I'm a stranger in this land. What can you tell me about the land of the Green Isles?
That is quite a question, young man. Who are you? And what would you have me tell you?
My name is Alexander. I know I'm on the Isle of the Crown, but I'd like to know whatever you can tell me about this island, and if there are other islands nearby.
You are indeed a stranger. Anxious is the man who knows not the customs of the land beneath his feet. This island is called the Isle of the Crown, because the royal family's castle is here. Besides the castle, we also have this village, and the docks over to the west. There are at least 3 other islands. The Isle of the Sacred Mountain, the Isle of the Beast, and the Isle of Wonder.
At least 3. Does no one know for certain?
This is no ordinary land, Alexander. The land of the Green Isles has always been a place of vague boundaries, as if islands come and go. Legend speaks of a 4th island, an isle shrouded in mists. I myself have never seen it.
I
Then,
believe that one's
too,
called Isle of the
land
Mist.
of the Green Isles is said to exist on the boundaries of this world and the next. Even darker places are reputed to be closer here than anywhere else in the world.
That's quite a claim.
Claim, yes, but probably just local superstition. We who live here on the Isle of the Crown, at least, sleep well enough at night.
Those first 3 islands you mentioned, how might I learn more about them?
Ideally, a young man seeking such knowledge would travel to their shores and learn about them firsthand. Meeting the leaders of each place would be helpful, naturally. Unfortunately, the ferry no longer runs between the islands. There has been much political unrest, and it has been too dangerous to travel for years. Perhaps the ferryman can tell you more. He has little enough to do these days, and if you haven't been there already, you might seek an audience at the castle.
Thank you kindly, merchant, for all your good advice.
Ah, but advice is free, Alexander. Making use of it costs much more.
He's onto something there. What happens if I talk to the guy?
Good day, sir.
The mysterious old man just ignores Alexander.
Wonder if I can poke him.
For some inexplicable reason,
Guess not.
Alexander feels compelled to avoid this hooded old man. Alexander picks up the book from the small table.
Oh, yes, please, take that book. You have my most humble thanks for doing so, good sir.
Really? Thanks.
Alexander rests his feet for a moment. Alexander
His
picks
boots
up
don't look
and
like they have a
leaves
whole lot of arch
idly
support.
through a book called The Changing Role of Court Entertainers Through the Ages. Well, that was refreshing.
Good day, peddler.
Good day, sir. If you would like to get one of my fine new lamps, I'll need an old lamp in trade.
Isn't it a rather bad business? Taking old lamps and giving new lamps in exchange?
Well, there's always a chance that I'll find a genie. If I had a genie, I'd be richer than a king. Besides, there's always a roaring business in antique luminaries.
Oh, okay.
The girl is too far away.
I've told you 1,000,000 times. Those flowers are too sweet for the likes of you. You've
Okay.
still got to do
So
the
they're just
breakfast
eating
dishes,
flowers?
make lunch, and clean the stables yet this morning.
Yes, stepmother.
Alexander doesn't want to intrude on private.
Interesting.
Hey, stranger, come join me. The water is wonderful, and I can show you the way to the next island.
I know I'm about to die, but for fun.
Considering the poor condition of the shore, it looks like the easiest way to get into the water is just to jump off the pier. The powerful currents grab Alexander. Struggle as he
I was
might,
hoping for a
he
scream.
feels himself being pulled.
Not a very good swimmer, are you?
Oh.
Help me!
Sorry, I think not.
As his head submerges for the third time, Alexander finds himself pondering the wisdom of going out on a limb for a stranger.
Oh, yeah, I totally forgot about all this.
Tickets. Oh. Next.
Alexander couldn't handle the...
Come on, jump in. A little water won't hurt you.
That's strange.
See?
The young boy in the water just
Satan.
disappeared. Oh well, perhaps he just dove under the water.
Yeah, what do you want?
I want that guy's earrings.
Excuse me. My name
That's
is
what I
Alexander.
want.
The owner of the bookshop in the village told me you might be able to help me. I hear you used to run this ferry for the islands. I'd like to talk to you if you have a moment.
You say old Allie sent you? I can't see why. The ferry's not running, you know.
I understand. I'd just like to talk to you about the islands if you don't mind.
Well, I guess it'd be all right if Allie sent you. Well, don't just stand there. Come on inside. What is it you wanted to talk about, young man?
The ferryman seems to be the only one in the cabin to address.
Yeah, let me talk to him.
I'm a visitor to these islands. I'd like to learn what I can about the area.
So you said outside. What is it you want to know?
Well, for one thing, why has the island's only ferry been dry docked?
Huh.
Oh.
It just ain't safe to sail these days. What with the islands feuding and all. Wazir Al-Hazred ordered the ferry closed till things settled down. Me, I don't think she'll ever see water again.
But why are the islands feuding?
You got me. Something about stolen property or some such thing.
Oh.
'Tis a real shame. Things used to be so friendly.
Then this unrest is recent.
A few years is all, but it's been long enough.
Perhaps if the ferry were repaired.
This old thing? This ferry's been out of
He's
water
onto
so
something.
long she's no longer even seaworthy. Her boards have dry rot. She'd fall apart at the first taste of seawater.
But there must be some way to get off this island.
There's only one other way to travel that I know of. A magic map. The owner of the
Oh,
pawn
yeah.
shop can tell you more about that than I can, Alexander.
Take this.
There's nothing of interest on...
I see you have a rabbit's foot. Has it brought you much luck?
As you can see, my luck's been out for some time now, despite that old charm. Why don't you take it with you? Perhaps giving the darn thing away will bring me good fortune at last.
Perhaps it will at that. Thank you. Tell me more about the ferry.
I remember when I used to ferry Queen Ilaria and Princess Cassima themselves. There was no thought of danger back then. They used to go visiting to care for the needy and to keep up the friendly relations between the islands.
Yeah,
I
so.
remember their last trip. Things had started getting nasty by then, and when they came back aboard, I gathered that the Queen and the Princess had been received a bit coldly. Princess Cassima was such a pretty thing, and she was terribly upset. But who could be spreading these lies, she asked the Queen, but the Queen had no answer.
What do you do now that the ferry no longer operates?
Me? I'm out of a job. The job my ancestors have held for generations. I'm the only one trained to avoid the reef and the rocks. But that knowledge does me no good now.
Is there no other boat on the island? One that might be more seaworthy?
Boats don't last long on these shoals, as you may have found out if you got here by ship. You can be quite sure that this old ferry is, or was, the only craft on the island.
Tell me more about Princess Cassima.
Ah, such a beautiful child, and so pure of heart. Why, a contrary thought has never crossed her mind. Her mother was the same. The king and queen, they served the islands, not the other way around. Always thinking about the people. Ah, they are sorely missed.
What else can you tell me about the land?
Let's see. The Isle of Wonder's a lovely spot. A bit crazy, mind you. Gotta have a good sense of humor to enjoy a tour there.
What else can you tell me about the land?
The Isle of the Beast is pretty, but unfortunately, you can't get very far onto the island.
What else can you tell me about the land?
The inhabitants of the Isle of the Sacred Mountain are the most gorgeous creatures you'll ever see. If you ever get to see them, that is.
What else can you tell me about the land?
The Castle of the Crown sure is a beauty. She's the finest palace ever built, I'll warrant.
What else can you tell me about the land?
Some say that the land of the Green Isles is near the edge of the world.
and that the deadly currents are a result of a magnetism that sucks life from this world to the next. Of course, that's just silly talk.
What else can you tell me
my
about
God.
the land?
Let's see. The Isle of Wonders are lovely.
Well, I think I'll be going now. Thanks for allowing me into your home.
Posh, not at all. It breaks the boredom, if you know what I mean.
Go find out about this map. Yeah.
Good day.
Excuse me, merchant, but the ferryman mentioned that you might have a magic map of the land of the Green Isles.
Why, as a matter of fact, I do. I keep it under the counter. It's been gathering dust so long that I nearly forgot about it. It was quite a few years ago, you see. The estate of a wealthy wizard fell into my hands when he died. It was useless magical junk mostly, which reminds me, I've still got some things of his in the back that I need to dump out. Anyway, the magic map was the one true treasure in the lot. The wizard was quite old and feeble and had enchanted the map to aid in traveling. It is said that one need only desire to be on an island depicted on the map to find oneself there. It is a very valuable map, as you can imagine. Unfortunately, no one is interested in traveling these days. It is far too dangerous with the current state of the kingdom.
What would you take for the map?
I would normally want something magic in return, but since I am hardly overrun with prospective buyers, I would be willing to take anything of equal value in exchange.
Would you be interested in trading for this book?
I am afraid not. Books are more my neighbor's line of work. After all, I would not want him selling curiosities.
About this.
Would you be interested in making a trade for this, merchant?
A rabbit's foot. I do not believe I could use that.
Oh.
Alexander examines the tree's hollow, but finds nothing of interest. Alexander.
No strangers may enter the castle of the crown.
Excuse me, guardsmen, guard dogs. I've been traveling for months to see Princess Cassima. I would like an audience, please.
I'm sorry, but the princess is not receiving visitors, particularly not strangers.
All right.
The narrow path ends abruptly at a pile of boulders.
Oh.
The narrow path... Alexander pushes the plank to one side. A box has been partially buried under sand. Alexander takes the coin and leaves the ruined box where it is. Alexander has no use. The sand.
Okay. The fuck does that guy want to?
Good day again.
What's that guy?
How may I help you?
Good day, sir. Is there anything you can tell me about the land of the Green Isles?
I'm sorry, but I have no time for idle conversation. I'm too worried about the princess.
Excuse me again, sir. You mentioned the princess.
I told you I'm not interested in talking to strangers.
While the bookshop does not seem to invite conversation, Alexander might be better off addressing someone specific.
How fare you, merchant?
Business could be better. Too many people are losing interest in reading these days. It is a sign of the times.
How fare you, merchant?
Sufficiently well, thank you, Alexander. My only wish is for more time to read.
Alexander is carrying a copper coin of Devonry. King Graham graces the front of the coin. Alexander has not been invited to pick the family's roses. The palm trees are... Alexander doesn't want...
Oh, it's you. Come on in. How goes it?
What else can you tell me? Would you be at all interested in this?
Nah.
I have this copper coin. Would you be interested?
I wouldn't feel right taking your money without a ferry ride to offer you for it.
There's no...
Well...
There's no reason... Alexander...
Try and give this guy a coin.
Good
Where
day.
gets us? Yes.
Alexander takes a mint. The counter feels as smooth...
What would...
I would need something of great value in trade for this map.
I have this copper coin. Will it serve in exchange for the map?
An interesting enough piece, but it is not nearly valuable enough to trade for this map. In fact, I would say it is about the worth of our own copper. The only items in the store that I could let go for the price of a single copper are the 4 simple items I normally display on the front counter.
Well, if I can't have the map, then I suppose one of the counter items will do.
As you wish.
Alexander looks closely at the items on the counter near the map to make his selection.
Shit.
I believe I'll take the tinder box.
Very well. Your coin is well spent.
I'll remember. Thank you. Would you mind if I traded this in?
Certainly not, stranger.
Alexander.
Can I get the map in exchange for the item I just traded in?
Oh no, I could only exchange the map for something quite valuable. Please choose one of the other 4 counter items, sir.
That mechanical nightingale looks intriguing. I believe I'll take it.
Very good, sir. Enjoy the mechanical nightingale. Remember that I will take it back in trade at any time.
Thank you.
Well, I just heard the news today.
Thanks, Kane. Although, called me a nerd.
Alexander winds
hurt.
the mechanical nightingale and listens to its sweet, sunny tune.
What do you mean, I mean, yeah, I know. It's... Fuck. And I don't even know what I'm doing.
How fare you, peddler?
Lad, have you an old lamp for me yet?
Bitch, I don't have a fucking lamp for you.
The battered chest does not interest Alexander. It's
Well,
probably
I know you do.
Alexander.
We hide it well, though.
Can enter the building by using the shop's door.
Fuck.
Alexander examines the large pot. It's currently empty, but a few scraps in the bottom indicate that it is used as a dump site on occasion.
Mm-hmm.
Alexander.
Ah, boy.
Old lamps for new. Alexander winds the mechanical nightingale and listens to its sweet, sunny tune.
He's got a nice timbre to his voice. The best part about these older games, the voice acting.
There's
It'd be really fucking cool if I knew what I was doing, though. Just keep playing this bird everywhere I go.
Alexander winds the mechanical nightingale and listens to its sweet.
This is the point at which I realize I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Alexander.
The hint button when I need one. That guy needs a lamp.
Good day again.
Can't get into the cast. It'd be nice if Serb was here.
Right now, Alexander is too involved with the journey he's on to take time to read about.
Oh, okay. Too good to read, I guess. Wonder if the birds put the dogs to sleep. Probably not.
Alexander winds.
Nope.
Alexander has no need to. The bushes are probably not hiding anything useful. The bushes.
You think?
The bush. Alexander has.
You can hide a lot of great stuff in a bush. I don't think I missed anything down here.
The ocean.
Oh, don't do that.
Alexander has no need to carry around large rocks.
That's... Oh. What if you need a large rock?
Good day.
Good day, sir.
The old man just glares at Alexander and does not reply.
Would you mind if I traded this in?
Certainly not, stranger. Please, choose an item in exchange from those on the counter.
Alexander looks closely at the items on the counter to make his selection.
Fucking paintbrush. Flute.
I'll take the flute.
Very good, sir. Enjoy the flute. Remember that I would always take it back in trade.
Thank you.
Alexander plays a lovely little tune on the flute.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
What would you take in exchange for the magic map?
I would need something of great value in trade for this map.
Ooh, yep. We've established that part multiple times. I'll do something with this ring too. Maybe it gets me in the castle. You never know.
Alexander decides to show his royal insignia ring to the castle
Thought
of
of
the
that earlier.
Crown Guards. With all of his papers lost in the shipwreck, it is the only possible calling card he can think of.
Good day. I'm
Oh,
Prince
good day.
Alexander of Daventry. I'm an acquaintance of Princess Cassima. If you could just inform her that I'm here, please.
So everyone says. Let me just look at that ring.
Well, I
What
just
does it say,
heard
Gruff?
the
Kingdom
news
of
today.
Daventry.
Thanks,
Prince Alexander. Ah, wait here while I go see what Captain Saladin thinks of this.
It's a pretty good story. What
The
what are you
guard
playing tonight?
returns a moment later with a
Still playing
majestic-looking
Alien
creature.
Isolation?
Captain Saladin speaks with a voice that is gentle, but reflects a will of iron.
Prince Alexander of Daventry, I presume. I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with your country, but I'm sure
You
Wizir
saved your save
Al-Hazred
today?
will want to meet you, if indeed you are a friend of the princess. Please, follow me.
What does that mean? Oh, okay.
Lord Al-Hazred, a visitor to see
That I
you.
didn't know about.
Prince Alexander of Daventry.
But that's good to hear that you got it back.
What is it that you seek, Prince Alexander?
Pardon the intrusion, my lord, but I came to see Princess Cassima. Some months ago, my father, King Graham, saved my family and I from imprisonment under an evil wizard named Mordak.
The same wizard that kidnapped the princess?
Exactly. When my father rescued us...
The guy with sweet headdress is the same guy that's got the black robe on because of the twinkly eye.
Then your father has my gratitude, and that of the entire kingdom. But I'm afraid I still fail to see the purpose of your visit.
Well, I came to make sure that Cassima arrived safely and to pay my respects. Before we parted, she gave me an invitation to visit.
I have
Invitation
no
to
doubt
the
she did
pants
exactly
party.
that at the time, Prince Alexander. However, things have greatly changed for Cassima since her ordeal in Mordak's castle. Cassima's parents both became ill and died while she was gone.
Ooh, they died.
Cassima is sequestered in mourning for them as befits a princess. She is not receiving visitors of any kind. Even if she were, I do not think your visit would be appropriate. You see, it is time
Show
for
you
Cassima to
appropriate.
take her responsibilities seriously. With her parents gone, she no longer has the luxury to be a carefree maiden. As was her parents' wish, Cassima and I are to be wed. We shall rule the kingdom together. I assure you, our marriage is all Cassima wants now. As a prince and a gentleman, It would be best that you leave before there is any further embarrassment.
Oh no.
I see. I suppose that I was mistaken. I thought for certain that Cassima... Well, I apologize.
A young man sees what he wishes to see. I'm sorry you've
Mhm.
wasted your time traveling to the land of the Green Isles. May your journey home be swift.
Perhaps I will take the opportunity to look around your fair land while I'm here.
I would advise against that. The kingdom is rather, shall we say, inhospitable these days. But it is your neck. You may risk it if you please. Captain Saladin will escort you from the castle. Good day.
Kane, I tried explaining to Erica
Your hearing with Wizir Al-Hazred.
the
I trust you'll respect his wishes and not return. I have been instructed not
like the
to let you
base
into the
idea
castle
of
again.
D&D,
Good day,
and
Captain Saladin
she just got more
whispers
confused
something
by
to
it.
the guard dogs at the castle gate, and they nod with understanding.
She didn't really like the idea that it's just
Alexander has a feeling
bunch
they
of
won't be
books.
letting him into the castle again.
okay. Oh. Yeah, I don't understand the DM portion of that game. She was less than impressed by the reason I just named my guys.
Would you mind if I
strange
traded
names.
this in?
Certainly.
Alexander.
That mechanical nightingale looks intriguing. I believe I'll take it.
Very good, sir. Enjoy the mechanical nightingale. Remember that I will take it back and trade at any time.
Thank you.
Since my own personal walkthrough's not here, I'm just going to start
Hello.
reading one.
I will be right up.
Alexander is not interested. Alexander is not interested in those self-help books. Thinking of Cassima, Alexander decides to leaf through one of the volumes of love poetry. He reads, "Thy hair, thy lips, thy beauteous face, and all thy studied female grace have won for thee anon a place within this broken breast." Not bad. And another. "Upon the shore the lilies bend, untouched by worldly care, where shadow they her earthly bed, oh, that she were not there." Yikes. And another. "What was it when I looked at you? What power has chained me through and binds my heart with links so tight I cannot live without the sight of you? What nameless thing has captured me and made me powerless to flee? What thing is it without a name?
Wow,
the name of love
This is out of
cannot
control.
A little close
So much
to
poetry.
home, that one.
Alexander returned.
Need that. That.
Alexander is...
Pick it up.
Alexander picks up the fallen page.
Yeah, they're
It's the
certainly
love
strange.
poem he particularly liked. It must have fallen out of the poetry book.
I see that old volume has lost another page. You may keep it if you like, sir. I have glued the stubborn thing back in place too.
So much weird talking. I gotta give the guy the ring for the map.
Good day.
If Alexander wants to exchange...
Would you be willing to take my family ring in exchange for the magic map?
Daventry, Are you a king then?
No, that's my father, King Graham. I'm just Alexander.
Well, Prince Alex, she is a beautiful ring. Are you sure you can part with such a unique family heirloom?
The ring does mean a lot to me. I didn't always have a family, you know. Still,
So sad sounding.
it is only gold. There are more important things at stake now.
Then you now own a magic map, Prince Alex. I will keep your ring out of sight for a few days. If you find anything else of great value in your travels, you can come back for your ring. I would hate to see it melted down for gold. Ah, and a warning about the map. It will only operate when you are out in the open and within sight of the sea. The limitation has something to do with the teleport spell ingredients. You might try the beach.
Thank you. You are very kind. And I'll remember about the map.
That guy.
Suddenly, the old man in the concealing cloak sneaks past Alexander, and with a sneaky dart of his hand, steals a mint from the candy jar. The old man stuffs the mint into his mouth and wobbles unsteadily out of the pawn shop.
Weird.
Master! I followed Prince Alexander as you wished. From the pawn shop owner, he just abstained, just reprieved. He just got a magic map.
Kind of sounds like you, Kane.
You've been eating those mints again. I ordered you to stop that. Yes, Master. Now, what is this about a magic map? With a map, Prince Alexander could travel anywhere as quickly as I can. I thought I took care of the only means of travel. By my scimitar, I can't have him stirring things up now. Get a hold of yourself and listen carefully, Shamir. Go to the other islands and tell them...
Oh.
Alexander winds the mechanical nightingale and places it on the ground. The mechanical nightingale sings a sweet, tinny tune. The real nightingale in the tree cocks her head and listens intently. The nightingale flies to a lower branch and looks at Alexander curiously, as if she were deciding that this human might not be so bad. Alexander sorts through the odds and ends that the pawn shop owner dumped into the pot. Magic exploding gum wrappers, a shattered crystal ball, a cracked wand, a fake thumb. Near the bottom, Alexander finds a little glass bottle labeled ink. It appears to be empty, but Alexander decides to take it anyway. You never know when a small bottle will come in handy. Alexander pulls out his magic map.
This is going to be great.
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
Zoop.
Alexander takes the feather. Alexander picks the flower and is startled by its hideously strong skunk-like odor. For a moment, he can smell nothing else. There appears to be...
Well, I just heard the news today.
Thanks again, Kane. I'm not gonna fuck with that now.
Alexander pulls out his magic map.
Thank you for stopping by, sir. Much love. I'll probably likely swing by when I'm done, since I think you start in like 5 minutes.
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
This thing rolls in, I believe. There it is.
Alexander wades into the sea
Nope.
to get the strange object.
And
The
pretty
ocean
sure I'm gonna
currents
die.
tug it out.
Yep.
Alexander wades deep the underwater before Alexander.
Damn it.
The oyster already looks a little...
No. Come on. Man. Yeah.
Alexander picks up the object floating in the water. It appears to be a string of letters. They say, "Where are you going?" Alexander decides to keep the odd sentence, even though it is incomplete. Alexander...
Why aren't you asleep like the other oysters?
Oh, I'm so weary, but I can't sleep. I have a terrible ache in my mouth.
If you're having trouble sleeping, perhaps you'd like me to read to you.
Hey, that would be great.
Their voice is something.
2 dulcimers raised to the degree of 40 half-dulcimers, divided into equal parts by the third of a cackle of grouse geese, put over the result of 10 fine mackles, albeit small fine mackles, stretched over the total of 53 1/8 bottles of wild beast lard.
Alexander sees nothing.
Yields a gilded minnow of precise measurements, 2,069 centidrills by 3,023 6/7 puns, not punts, as might be expected. This is not to say, however, in any sense whatsoever, that deviations in mean temperature of 5 or 6 dregs or so.
Alexander makes a grab for the pearl.
Hey, you fixed my mouth. It feels great.
Alexander hears someone coming.
"5 fierce guards of the isle we be. Watch for a foreign man," said he, "with ears and nose, tongue, hands, and eyes. Its nature cannot be disguised. If mad it be, then mad it dies. Old Tom Troll, smell your smell. Do that which you do so well."
Alexander holds the flower of stench out to the gnome with the jumbo nose.
Tom Troll I am, that's all I'll be. My nose knows all on land and sea. A flower of stench has washed ashore. A flower 'tis all, and nothing more.
Weird.
Listen, hark you, Grovenor.
Terrible.
Alexander winds the...
A nose is not a way to spy. My ears cannot be told a lie. A nightingale is all there be. No man is near, and so say me. Taste the
Alexander holds the mint out for the gnome with the gigantic mouth.
Grumflump knows a tasty treat. It matters not what others bleat. No danger is this one so sweet. Trilly dilly, use your hands. Is it beast or is it man?
Alexander holds the rabbit foot out for the gnome with the huge hands.
Be all you mad? What aileth thee? A bunny can't trill merrily. A hare does not at all taste sweet. A rabbit here is all we greet.
Old Bill Batter, never fatter. Vision can resolve this matter. Look you now and end this chatter.
Come on. Come on.
Alexander pours the contents of the empty-looking ink bottle over himself.
By all that's beauteous, fair, and sightly, 4 morons do I sleep with nightly. There's nothing there at all, I say. Enough of this. Let's now away.
Alexander did it. He's fooled the guards.
Hey, hands off the goods there, son.
Oh, sorry.
Alexander takes a bottle of milk from the milkweed bush. Apparently, the dogwood tree doesn't like Alexander standing that close.
Hey, what do you think you're doing there? Get your hands off me! Hey!
Alexander picks up Rotten Tomato and puts him away. One never knows when one will need a rotten tomato. Alexander approaches the snapdragon. Those unfriendly snapdragons.
Checkmate! Only chess pieces allowed in chessboard land. That's right. Humans aren't allowed in and never will be. Stay out!
I must insist, Your Highness. I shall send a lump of coal to the Vizier and the Princess as a present for their wedding, and that's the end of it.
And I suppose you'll leave me with only this stupid spoiled egg to send, Your Highness?
I want to impress the new king and queen of the realm as much as you do. As queen of this island, I have every right to that lump of coal.
Who isn't queen of this isle? The lump of coal is in my possession. Therefore, I shall do as I please with it. Besides, there's nothing wrong with that spoiled egg.
The egg, though delightfully spoiled, is not nearly so valuable as the lump of coal, and you know it. Your Highness always got to carry the singing stone. It's not fair that you get the coal, too.
That doesn't count. The singing stone was stolen by that horrid beast. I should get to keep the coal just because my stone was stolen.
It wasn't your stone. It belonged to the Isle of Wonder treasury. Your Highness always thinks that everything is hers.
Talking.
Excuse me, my good man, but could you settle an argument for us?
Which of us should get to carry the coal and which the egg? Remember, white is the color of deserving truth and virtue.
Quiet, Your Highness, and let him make up his own mind. I, for one, shall be more proper, and not even mention the fact that red is the color of love.
I'm sorry, Your Majesties. I'm partial to both red and white, but I'm afraid that I don't know how to solve your problem. One of you will just have to be gracious and allow the other the lump of coal.
What a ridiculously stupid idea.
Quite ludicrous.
He was a lot of help, wasn't he?
Oh, yes. Obviously a man of high intelligence. The lump of coal goes much...
Come on. Come on. Don't care about what you have to say.
Alexander picks up the Red Queen's scarf. Alexander picks a head of iceberg lettuce.
Ye gads! Is that cold?
Alexander pulls out his magic map. Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
Oh, I see there.
The fawn is too busy eating to pay attention to Alexander. The only the denseness of the fawn, the tree, the Alexander has no need to carry around large rock. Alexander. The denseness of the forest. Alexander can't see any way to hold a conversation with that. Hoping to cool down the boiling pond, Alexander throws in a head of iceberg lettuce. The pond's water slowly stops boiling. Alexander decides to brave the steaming pond.
Ouch! Ow! Ooh, 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 ouch!
The pond is no longer boiling, but it's hardly bathwater. Alexander takes the old... As Alexander continues down the path, he gets the strange feeling that he's being watched.
Come on over here and see what I'm doing with these flowers. Never mind that stone fella on top of the gate. He won't hurt you any. He's just there to scare you.
There's no reason to... Alexander picks up the brick.
You aren't gonna listen to...
That's odd. The gardener just disappeared. Alexander pulls out his magic map. Alexander feels a strange pull. Alexander pulled. Nothing happened. Alexander feels a strange... The trees have small... The tree... The den... The den... Alexander... 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 There's no reason to use that on the rock. The dense... The den... The den... The den... The den... Alexander is standing at the... Tall, narrow tree. Alexander is... The tall, narrow trees have sparse and relatively small branches on their lower trunks. They don't lend themselves to easy climbing.
Green. Sharp.
If the tree... Nearby, the stump of a fallen tree still spreads its roots to the sea. Alexander, the only Alexander. There is... The fawn is too busy eating to pay attention to Alexander. The only... There is no reply. The currents... The only...
Not even sure here. Okay. Give me the Isle of the Beast. Come on. Okay, got that. Bookworm. Oh, I bet you I talked to the...
Alexander pulls out his magic map. Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
Hey, hands off the goods there, son.
Oh, sorry.
I can talk to him.
Hey, hands off the goods there, son.
Oh.
Alexander sees nothing of interest then. Alexander investigates the intricate spider's web in the corner. The spider who lives there is not amused. Alexander feels the tiny pinprick of the spider's bite and the slow burning of the poison.
I'm about to die.
Alexander pulls. Alexander feels a strange pull.
Hey, hands off the goods there.
Oh.
Talk to you.
Hello?
Oh, there we go.
Is anyone there in the books?
No, there's no one here.
Okay.
Hey, hands off the...
Oh.
Piles of stacked books, looking ready to topple at any moment, have been arranged haphazardly on the sandy ground.
Hey, hands off the goods there, son.
Oh, sorry. Hello?
No, there's no one.
Well, God damn it. To talk to you.
Oh.
Hey, hands off the goods there, son.
Oh.
Nothing's gonna actually let me talk to him, I guess. What is up, Death?
There is no reply.
Hello?
This is getting frustrating.
No, there's no one here.
There is no reply.
Uh-oh.
Hello?
What do you mean by an interesting day?
No!
Fucker. Talk to you.
Oh. 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 Hello?
No, there's no
Oh, wow.
one here.
Well, glad to hear he's back.
Hello?
on, guy.
Wow. Hiya, gorgeous. Oh, what a luscious-looking hunk of flesh you are.
Thank you, I guess. Who are you?
How charming of you to pretend not to know. I'm Black Widow, of course.
Oh, wow.
Femme fatale of all femme fatales.
That's,
Know what I mean?
That's no bueno.
You know, I was just thinking it was time I found my 50th, another husband. It would be quite a horror, an honor to have me as a bride. Just look at my beautiful weaving. It's so light, so delicate. You'll never want to leave my little nest.
It is a lovely web, but my heart is elsewhere, I'm afraid.
Oh, drat! The loss is yours. I'm sure you'll change your mind once you consider the advantages. Have you changed your mind? My offer of dead wedlock is still open.
You were here 2 weeks ago. This is the next game in the series. So it's King's Quest 6, just a point-and-click adventure from the 90s. Oh, I'd like to go away now, please.
Have you changed your...
Oh, let me go. Oh, thank you. Motherfucker won't let me talk to him.
Oh.
Want to hear about his day.
Hello? Is anyone there in the books?
No, there's no one here.
What's wrong with Mikey?
Alexander the Bum. Alexander pulls out his magic map. Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
Oh no. How's he handling the wagon?
Alexander pulls out his magic map. Alexander
Oh, he's not like
pulls
weirded
out his
out by it.
magic map. Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
Oh no. That sucks about surgery. Yeah. You'll learn to love the wagon. Yep, go figure. Talk to me. Talk to me.
Hey.
Oh. Hello?
No, there's no one here.
I don't fucking get it.
Hello?
No.
Where's this? Let's go take the lamp to the thing. Yeah. I'm supposed to be able to talk to this guy It tells me he needs something, and then I go to a different island, and then I can get this dangling participle.
Alexander pulls out his magic map.
I know, shocker, I'm stuck.
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
Yeah.
Well, I just heard the news today.
Thanks, Glitter. Oh, fuck, of course this guy's not. What time are you starting, Glitter? Of course, the lamp guy's not there. Oh, right on. Yeah, I'm probably not going to be doing this for too much longer because I'm stuck.
The lamp is empty.
And oh, jeez.
Alexander pulls out his magic map.
Yeah, I'm probably
Alexander feels a strange
wander around for a couple
sensation.
more minutes and hang it up because this is getting frustrating. Wow. I remember back in the day when you could change your Windows cursors and shit.
Those snapdragons don't.
Guys are still. Yeah.
Checkmate! Only chess pieces allowed in chessboard land? That's right.
Okay. Got the lettuce, I got the tomato. Table, these are
Alexander doesn't want
fried.
to pick the baby's tears. They may not be done.
Bottle? Yep. Wait, that's the milk jug. Just technology has advanced so far, and we still just have old cursors.
Alexander gives one of the baby's tears a bottle of milk.
Oh.
The other baby's tears seem to resent Alexander's gift for some reason. Alexander can't make himself heard.
Yeah, I can take more.
Alexander takes
Here,
a
I can.
bottle of milk. Apparently, the dogwood tree doesn't like Alexander standing that close.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Make new cursors? Fuck, fucking worm.
Oh,
shit. Guess I could do if I can get this piece of paper from the spider. Pretty
Alexander
sure.
reaches out to grab the scrap of parchment.
After my goods, are you? What a greedy little...
Alexander.
Yeah, that's how I die. Alright. Sounds like a plan. I'll be over there shortly.
Alexander pulls out his magic map.
It's gonna be proven.
Alexander feels a strange pulling
Shit
sensation.
still ain't working. That fucking thing is supposed to be hanging right here. I don't get it. Just don't get it.
Alexander
I
Alexander
suppose
feels a strange pulling
you
sensation.
have to go watch videos and stuff to see what the fuck I did wrong. Especially since Serb didn't show up, but yeah. Gonna stop there. So maybe more next week? I don't know. I'm not here tomorrow. Just watching a boxing fight. But I think Brad and I are gonna be playing Fall Guys on Saturday. So Death, make sure you come back for that one. We'll talk to you soon.